Hello. In this video I'm going to show you how to get Help, which is a free application which can be downloaded from www.vsenterprise.co.uk. Obviously, if you are watching this video on the website, you're already in the website area where this download is. However, if you are watching this on YouTube, then what you need to do is to access www.vsenterprise.co.uk. From there you need to select Amare Verum. This will bring you on to the book screen listing the books that Vince is written or is in process of writing, and you need to select the Perfect Day series. This will take you to the Perfect Days series webpage where you have access to all 3 books, but the book button that you need to select is the first one, Perfect Day Book 1, A Day of Small Things. Selecting this will take you to the applications which are linked to that book, and on the right-hand side and halfway down by the label Bfsd Help is an icon that looks like a Microsoft Excel icon. Click that and that will download the Help spreadsheet. When the spreadsheet has been downloaded and you open it, you should see a warning across the top of the screen stating Protected View. Be careful, files from the internet contain viruses unless you need to edit insert to staying protected mode. This spreadsheet is set up with protection in order to protect the cells that contain formulas, and only allow you to enter details into those cells that require details. I can confirm that this spreadsheet does not have any macros or viruses, and it is okay to enable editing. Before explaining how to use this spreadsheet, and just in case you do not have the book, let me explain. The idea behind this application is to prioritize a list of 25 things taking into consideration 4 elements that impact you, being health, education, leisure, and priority, things to be done dictated by what you believe is necessity, and apply them to the list, which is then sorted into priority based on all 4 elements. In the book, it is explained that the reason why this is done is so that you are invested into the list that you finally produced, knowing that 3 elements which impact are those things that will benefit you as opposed to just being dictated by priority. If you have read book 1, then you will know that the projects are basically divided into 3 main sections, which are Amare Verum, the book production and publishing arm of the company, Imagina Ludos, the games part of the company, and Bfsd Software, which is the software and application writing arm of the company. Other stuff outside of these have no category. So let's populate the spreadsheet with the list that is relevant at the time of upload. So this is the current list being identified as being relevant, so now we need to prioritize that list. So the idea now is to select the relevant second in cell B3, which will be health for this demonstration, and the order which is considered as being that which fulfilled the consideration will, in this current priority, fill in the column heading H, column G, as it relates to those things. The consideration is then what is the healthier of the list to do. When you go through the listing you find the healthiest thing to do, then you give that the number 1, and you continue through each element giving it its relevant number. When you do that, you will notice that that item in the main list will disappear. This is to make it easier for you to consider all the other options. Let us start to populate the list manually. The first priority in this list is LD, which is the number 1 priority, and as you can see the LD from the main list now disappears. This makes it a lot easier to order the list, knowing that the other matters that are not visible have already been dealt with. You will also note that over on the left-hand side the next number is indicated as a 2, which means you will always be told what the next number is. The next number in the list is Northern Soul. This is the dance, which is quite physical and would be one of the healthiest things to do in this list. The third item is Work Admin, 3. This relates to mental health. The fourth item is the garden. This is work on the garden, so you can see that as you select the items, those items begin to disappear from the main list, which allows you to better prioritize the remaining items. Let's fully populate the list and introduce 2 possible issues that you may come across. The first thing to note is that not all items on the list have been allocated priority numbers, yet the next number on the left-hand side is 26. What this means is that somewhere within this list there has been a skip of a number. The second problem is that the video projects Kishoten Ketsu, Vince believes should be priority 16, which is currently reaction videos. So we're going to deal with both problems at the same time. The way to do this is as follows. Enter the number 16 into video projects Kishoten Ketsu, and this should then highlight that number along with the number for reaction videos. That means that the reaction video should be the next item in the list, number 17, so changing that to 17. You will now see that this now highlights Rymore, which should now be changed to 18. In turn, this generates a further highlight of sewing, which now means that you need to change sewing to 19. Once that is changed, you will note that there are no more highlighted cells, which means all the numbers are unique, and given that the next number is 26, all numbers are in order from 1 to 25. If the new number is greater than 26, it means that a number greater than 25 has been entered into the relevant column, and this goes for all columns. Numbers are highlighted by conditional formatting if they are the same in the column. Now we go on to the next section, which is education. So if you change the cell B3 to education, and you'll notice that the main list column repopulates. This is because there are no entries under the column heading E, column H, but adding in priority numbers will have the exact effect as previously illustrated. Also note that the sorted list column fully populates when the first column is completed. Column N now lists items by priority order, and this will update as you work through the spreadsheet.